What's going on, everybody? This your boy King Gabe here,
And this is Queen Tina.
and ho 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 with the holidays. Yeah, it's pretty sure. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure this is when y'all probably seeing this on YouTube. This is more than likely gonna be Christmas. Some of y'all might be seeing it earlier on Patreon. Definitely support us there so y'all can get early access to videos there. But yeah, But yeah, like I say, for regular YouTubers, yeah, you're definitely probably seeing this on Christmas. So yeah, I hope y'all having a good one, and we got a special Christmas treat for you guys there. As they say, a bit of Christmas love.
Yes. It's mainly the story of how we first met.
hmm And you're probably wondering, like, well, wait, why would this be on Christmas? I mean, it seemed like more of a Valentine's thing there. And I say, well, reason why, well, it wasn't Christmas when we met, but it was actually Christmas, well, close to Christmas when we got married. It was December 3rd, yeah.
December 3rd of 2011.
So we had a bit of a Christmas wedding and follow up with our very first Christmas as a married couple. So
Yes.
yeah, that's kind of why the whole us getting together and everything, as I say, came around full circle around Christmas. So, and they always say about Christmas magic, though. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that's why we decided we would do it, for this year's Christmas treat video. Before we go into this, just let you guys know before we start, going on. Definitely like, share, subscribe. Get our available books and everything. Support us on that Patreon, just like your boy EJ Supreme, Big Sis Casey in the Iceman universe, and also definitely hit us up on Discord or Facebook to just hang out and chat. Just chat. Maybe even tell us what you did for the holidays, and also sell each other some stuff on that McCary app, because you know what, like I say, a lot of us, either need or we want some extra cash. So McCary's a good way to do it. Yeah, definitely. Definitely check it out. Got you some stuff to sell. Put it up there. Get you a little extra spending money. So now, with all that said, let's dive right in. We got us a bit of a guideline here to go by. It's the journey into our kingdom of love. We actually wrote this book together. It's a funny story how this what sprung forth this idea. Is from watching. 'Cause I think The Best Man,
Yes.
because of the book that one of the main characters was writing.
I don't remember what he wrote about.
I think it was something about all his other friends that were in the movie, but not directly. Like, I guess he probably used like different names, but eventually they kind of put two and two together. Yeah, you have to see the movie for yourself to see how it goes down there.
Oh, you're referring to the first Best Man?
Oh yes, First Best Man, and the sequel is really good. It came out like years after the first one, but it's still really worth checking out.
The Best Man Holiday. And I know these people from the original cast, they still look the same.
Yeah,
like they did for more than 10 years ago.
Sort of like a lot of the Power Rangers, still kind of having some of their little youthful appearance, like Zach them there.
Despite being over the age of 50.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So yeah, definitely. Yeah, those movies are definitely good to check out. And we was watching it together. And that's what made me want to put this out there. Only just a little bit of news. It did sell, but not quite as much. The reason why, because it came out right after I did another book, Heroes of Dream anniversary special, right after it, and tried to do it like at the book sign and stuff like that. A few people bought it, but more people were, even like the adults, they were getting like the Heroes of Dream books that were out at that time, because that's the kind of thing. We were sort of more known for, the kid books there. So that kind. So yeah, like I said, trying to venture away from the kitty didn't quite go as high, but it is good that we have this though. This sort of kind of it still we were still able to kind of write out our memories there a little bit. So
And it's a great memory to pass for generations to come.
yeah, especially to tell our kids, this is how I met your mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we did this back in 2016.
Yes, yeah, because like I said, it was right after the anniversary of Heroes of Dreams. Yeah, it was right after it. But like I say I wrote this up directly after it was published. Had that thing out for the book sign in August.
So,
So yeah, we went right into it. I say, but that's what happened there. So.
oh yeah.
So yep. So I think so yeah. Kind of use this for a little guideline of sharing with you guys about our little love story here. That's it's say 100% true. I think chapter 1 starts off with you there.
Yeah.
Basically, basically kind of explain the chapter there. Yeah. Yeah. That's all.
Well, I'm not going to read the entire chapter. I'm just going to like summarize.
Right. Yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah.
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 Well, I haven't moved to Shreveport. Well, me and my family have not moved to Shreveport until February of 2005. And during that time, we just lived with my cousin Shirley. With my cousin Shirley when she was still alive. She passed away in 2012. So when she was alive, we lived with our cousin Shirley's place. And then my uncle from California helped us out with the move. So in March of 2005, we moved to a house of our own. Just me, my mom, and my grandparents. And I admit I was homesick when I first moved to Shreveport, that I had days that I was depressed and I was crying. And my mom had her share of emotions too because she also misses California. And in my mind, I was thinking about once I just moved to Shreveport, I wasn't thinking about going back to college. When I was in California, I spent only one semester at Pasadena City College studying studying child development because I wasn't sure of what to do after that. Normally, I was thinking about just having a career in the arts like acting, singing, but I had other stuff going on in my life that didn't just go through. But one day when I feel like I might reach my dream.
Yep. Yeah, you never know what could happen in the future there.
Yeah.
Especially with what we going with, what we've been doing with our current books and stuff like that. But yeah.
I think I didn't start Southern University until like spring of 2005 or 2006. I think it's probably 2005. And my major at the moment was general studies at the time because I haven't thought about what to do with my life. I'm still like finding myself. I was at the process of just finding myself, and I thought about what my future boyfriend / husband would be like. But my thoughts of a man who. My ideal of a man is just someone who is like older than me, anywhere between the same age as me or older, as well as financially stable, like who has a job, like it could be any type of job, but I just don't care about the money. I just care about his needs and wants. As well as a guy who can really take care of me, who who will always just be there for me. Just not be there for a season, just be there for a lifetime.
Yep. And then, and I guess you say, and then she found me. Didn't quite get the age part, but she did get a guy to love her.
And I haven't met Gabriel until 2006, and when I first saw him, he looks like he's around 13 years old in a college campus. That's just me.
Oh, really? You're not the first one to say that. I'm not gonna lie. When I first started Kroger, I was like 17. The customers thought I was too young to be working up there.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they was like. It's like, aren't you like 13? I was like, I'm 17. Yeah, cause I still have that. Now I'm reading. I probably can't tell much. 'Cause I got this the mustache and all this there, but yeah, back then, back then before I had all this facial there, I had that baby face there. Had that cute little baby face.
We did hang out with each other, and then every time he sees me alone, he decides to just join me. Even though I'm more of a loner person, I'm just more of a lone wolf.
Well, she was cute.
Let's just say he reminds me of a dog who just want to follow you.
I guess you were the kitty cat.
More like the human.
Well, Rita, I said that because of how you like with the whole thing. If you want an older guy and like this, yeah, that's sort of what I put into. Remember Brownie and Emily there?
Yeah.
To sort of reference that. Yeah. Yeah. He's like, how old are you? I'm 21. In my case, I'm 18. when I first met her there.
Then over time, he took me to Whataburger, but in my mind, I thought he doesn't have a car, that he either just drove with his folks or took the bus. And my first thought was he may have took the bus to school, until I saw his car, which was a red Pontiac.
Yeah, the first one I ever got. Yeah.
Yeah, I admit inside I was sort of shocked. I wasn't expecting him with a car.
Just think like the college version of Love Don't Cost a Thing movie.
Yeah.
Except I don't become a jerk or nothing. Just saying.
I wouldn't still be. I would still be. I wouldn't think nothing of it if we did go by bus or by his folks. I wouldn't think nothing of it, but the main thing is just getting lunch at Whataburger.
True, and I put this way, Rick. It's definitely, and let me tell you, it's definitely not saying anything against people who are using public transportation, because I mean you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
I understand everybody got different situations, but just from my personal experience, it's a lot better having that because you can really just get up, get out. First got that call when I graduated from high school, right before I started college. I was so glad to get out, to just drive around. First place I drove was the St. Vincent Mall.
Let's just say all of my life, well, mainly back in California, I used public transportation. Mainly, me and my mom used public transportation to go from point A to point B.
Oh yeah.
Especially when I was in high school, I used public transportation just to go to high school.
Mm-hmm. Oh, like the school bus and the city bus.
Well, I took the school bus in elementary school, and then in middle school I walked because my middle school wasn't too far from my house.
Oh, no.
Well, it's a little distance, but I had a whole lot of exercise. And there are times I had to walk to that steep hill in order to get to my school.
Oh.
It was a really steep hill.
Almost sounds. I know you say you're from Pasadena, but it sounds that steep hill. First thing that comes to my mind was San Francisco.
Yeah. There was a street that has a really steep hill.
Oh boy.
It's almost like you're climbing Mount Everest. and that's the way to get to my school, my middle school.
Oh boy.
But I did get some exercise from that hill. And I took the city bus in high school. But luckily we had bus passes.
Ah.
Instead of taking all of my money.
Yeah, that was convenient there.
Yeah. And when we got to Whataburger, he was closer to pay for my lunch until I took out my debit card, so I paid for my own lunch.
She didn't realize I was treating her out there.
Yeah, I didn't realize at the time.
I guess, maybe I should have said so, but, sometimes, that's one of them cases. Sometimes we be assuming, like, they know, but they don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. This, like we look at a lot of different, like, the different shows we be looking at now.
Yeah.
Be like, communicate. Yeah. So, I forgot to communicate.
I just provide for my own lunch. I just didn't think nothing of, so I just bought my own lunch. Because I wasn't thinking that it was a date or anything, just lunch.
And there's a reason why, because actually when we left, she specifically said that this was not a date. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure. And behind my back, because
it's just a lunch between friends.
Yeah, that was so as Shazam said in that Justice League War movie, she digs me. She digs.
I remember there was one time he gave me a Christmas gift, which is a penguin in a stocking.
And and guess who that penguin is now?
Oh yeah,
Billy Webster.
yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yep, it's a combination of animals that both of us own there.
And I thought the penguin in the stocking is just my only gift. Until I opened the stocking and turns out it was a necklace, say baby fat.
P-H-A-T.
Yes.
Very fat indeed.
I think I still have that necklace, but I think it's still somewhat in good condition, but some parts were missing.
It's been around a while. Yeah, because that was that was Christmas 2006. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a.
It's still in one piece, but some of the pieces are missing. I still have that necklace.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Let's see. No, they go. What happened after Christmas? Yeah.
And then 2007 began. We started to know each other a little more, and then during that year, he asked me, "Have I been saved?" And I did tell him. I did tell him that I haven't been baptized all my life. And,
the salvation. Yeah.
And when he told me about salvation, I felt uncomfortable that I just strayed away from him for a while. I was uncomfortable and somewhat upset with him that I just strayed away for a while.
Yeah, that was something my mom kind of told me about. Like I say, it was good intentions I had, because, a lot of, and if you're like me, yeah, you're gonna, sometimes, yeah, but this was the bit of advice my mom gave me, and also from that incident, and also what I've seen in other cases outside of that. It's important to tell people about Christ, but you don't want to force it on them. Like even Jesus himself told his disciples, you go to this town, you spread the good word. If they accept you, go on in. Yeah, come on in. Hey, come on in here. But if they nah, we don't want to hear that. Wipe the dust off your feet and go to the next town. So, that's even Jesus himself has given that advice. But you still and also should you be and either way, still pray for them. Even if they whether they accept you or don't accept you still pray for them. Either way it go. But like I say, but but yeah, trying to force it on them sometimes, yeah, will cause them to kind of stray away from you. So yeah, like just like her, and then I witnessed that happen to a couple of former co-workers of mine. Not gonna say the name. Co-workers of mine. One was a girl. She was trying to get her boyfriend to accept Christ, and I'm not sure what denomination she was exactly, but she was really forceful and strong about it. Her boyfriend was thinking about it, and she was like, "No, you don't need to think about it. You need to come into it." Now, next thing you know, that thinking about it went to, okay, forget it. I don't say because he was really upset with her just getting all up in his face there like that. It was.
I may have felt the same way as the guy you mentioned. I may have felt the same way on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
That I just want you to stay out of my life for good.
Well, that's what my mom was advising me about. Like being careful how to present it to people, because yeah, I think a lot, and probably the way I came similar to that situation, probably because I thought it, and this with other things too, but I guess it's I guess I got part of that what I've experienced with my folks. Not saying that my parents and stuff are bad people, but most any parent, when they like, hey, stop, put that down, stop that, don't do that. Yeah, they're real firm, and they're like, they mean business. That, but but like to say, it's a time and place for different tones to take with different things. There, always a time and a place for it. There, you gotta have the good judgment to know how to approach different situations. There, like, and how to approach someone about that. Pastor Rice told us about this with Paul.
Yes.
He said, Paul, he mingled with the people he preached. He didn't just preach them; he mingled with them, just like Jesus did.
Just having a normal conversation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this, if this was the modern day, hey, what's up, man? It was like, I'm just watching this game, watch what the Saints doing. Okay, so I learned a little bit about the Saints. Yeah, I heard about that player. I think he's gonna win. Yeah. Kind of to mingle, and then eventually it leads to say, so it's like, we was talking about our pastor. He was rooting for the Saints too. We was talking about that, and it just started naturally flow. But yep, that's like say mingle.
I admit I don't like being forced to do things I don't want to do because I've been there. Back when I was in school, people tell me to do stuff, and I just did it to them anyway just to please other people. Instead of just to please other people, like, I know there are times in life you have to do things that you don't want to do in order to please other people, but instead of thinking about your own well-being.
Yeah, if it's something,
it all depends on what it is.
Right, what it is. Yeah, but some things you have to say no to there. Yeah, like I say, but that's why that good judgment is important.
As an adult, I know when somebody forced me to do stuff, I just say no. I just be aggressive, like, please no. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it makes me emotionally upset.
Yep. Like I say, and that's not just you, but that's any of us. A little bit different, but yeah, any of us have moments like that. There,
Yeah.
Or like you say, stand up for yourself.
Yes.
Yep. And just like with you, adapting to me finding your special prince.
Not only that, find my special someone, I would say the happiness that I never have. Well, mainly my joy that I never had.
Oh yeah. Well, in my case, just like you had expectations for what you thought the guy was going to be like before you met me,
And
What?
and not only that, but also who is also taller than me too,
Oh
taller
yeah.
and older.
Well, so did I have expectations of the of that girl or that woman?
Mm.
Let's say however you like to refer to it. Um, oh yeah, I've had different crushes. Growing. Shoot, I've had crushes ever since I was like 5 years old.
Sin-
It's a little girl at our back to school musical. One of my first crushes way back then.
Yeah.
Um, so, the time I was 5 years old, they say let's see, after my mom. Oh yeah, um, yeah, it was a few. Like I said, it was a few that I kind of was with for a while there. Let's see, but I sort of. Oh yeah, there was one girl that I did have after back in 2005. Um, she was one of my church members from my old church, so we knew each other a little bit. Her and her brothers and stuff like that. Um, and we did this duet together. God smiled on me. Um, and then it came to something like, "Hey, you want to be my girlfriend?" And she kind of at first she said yes at first, but then there was this sort of uh I kind of picked up like I don't she doesn't seem like she really wants to, like she's maybe just saying that. And I say, wait, you so then she was straight up with me and said, nah, I'm just better off as friends. And so okay, because like I said, you don't want to force people into something like that. Yeah. Um, then of course another one I met right down the street of Burger King from the first Kroger I worked at. Dated, actually became boyfriend girlfriend. They only dated for a couple of months though.
Oh.
And next thing you know, and I was thinking that she would be the one at first, but then, well, she left me high and dry. Said that she would be my prom date, and 1 month before the prom, we were just gonna go out to a movie or something like that during spring break. She's in Dakota,
Wow.
and I found out from her sister.
So I'm guessing you went to the prom solo.
Pretty much.
Oh, let's just say I never went to my own prom.
Yeah, well, I guess it's too bad we didn't run into each other. You could have been my prom date.
Yeah. Plus, let's just say my prom was in a my prom was in a hotel somewhere in Los Angeles, and let's just say the tickets were like I think $60 per person.
Wow.
Yeah, to go to the prom.
I'm not sure how much mine were there, but yeah. But it do be quite a bit put into those type of events there. I ain't gonna lie.
Plus, I didn't think nothing of it about the prom, and I never went to my high school dances either.
Hmm. Yeah.
But luckily, I went to my grad night in Disneyland.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, didn't have very much luck with the in and out crushes and those two girls. And also it was another I mentioned to you once. That was the pageant queen at our high school, and then found out she had a boyfriend.
Wow.
Yeah, she was the pageant queen winner.
Yeah.
This, but so got out of high school, they kind of went in, like most teenagers, in and out with relationships. Then, of course, hey, Christina. Man, really, it was her. We just kind of started talking about different, different stuff that was on TV and stuff like that. And the thing that was really made that, and you say I kept coming towards you and everything.
Yeah.
It's every time I left for class, like, okay, well, I'll see you later. You gave me a kiss on the cheek.
It just came out of nowhere. I wasn't thinking straight.
That was probably that was a subconscious part of you that was like, I like this guy.
Even though I wasn't interested in him.
But I mean, the fact that you kiss on the cheek, sometimes there's that part of us that denies what we verbally say. That part on the inside, sort of like almost like the equivalent of, say, somebody talking in their sleep there, all kind of stuff there.
Yeah.
That they wouldn't say when they were awake. Yeah, she and let's say though that was so then we pretty much got together at least then I left after the first semester because then I transferred over to Bipsy for like to get into like the telecommunication classes and stuff. Didn't think I was gonna see Christina again, but I ended up seeing when I sold my books. Before then, there was another girl around the same time that I was talking to Christina. That we got to talking with each other. And when I didn't think I was gonna see Christina again, I thought this other girl was gonna be the one at first. But she said, Gabe, you like a little brother to me. Yeah, and remember you said about the older thing?
Yes.
Yeah, she's actually say we got 2 years age difference between us.
Yeah.
She's 3 years older than I am.
Wow.
Yeah, this girl right here. She said, "You're like a little brother to me." So like how Casey feels toward me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, actually, I didn't argue about it or anything like that, but inside I was kind of like, yeah, why wouldn't she like me though? And eventually, it did, how they say sometimes you don't understand stuff right away, but then later you do. Kind of understood it later on. Funny thing is my folks even thought that I was going to hook up with this girl at first at that time. Because even my granny was like, I was like, well, granny, she just like me as a little brother there. I mean, well, Gabe, Gabe, if you feel different about it, go and tell her how you feel. Granny was trying to play a little Cupid there. Yeah, but Cupid don't quite always work. Well, it don't always work. Sometimes it does, but not always. Yeah, and but I put it this way: an example of Cupid working.
Yeah. The
same girl is part of what got me and Christina together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because she was strong. Because it's like Gaby, what about Christina? You gonna break that girl's heart?
I didn't think nothing of it. I wouldn't be upset about it. I just want to move on with my life.
Well, see, Jamie knew. You know how my mom says a lot of times the Spirit of God puts stuff on her heart that she tells us about.
Yeah.
That's possibly. I'm assuming that was what the same case with Jamie, because like I say, because Jamie, real strong-willed Christian there, and I think that's I think Spirit of God was putting that on her. That's why she probably said what she said about you like a little brother, because she saw God probably showed her something that even we didn't know. But it's almost like the genie putting Aladdin and Jasmine together. So I guess Jamie was like a female version of our genie. Imagine that. Yeah.
We still exchanged numbers before he left Bipsy, and I got his number, but I wasn't thinking about calling him. I was thinking about just moving on to my life, but he just started to call me anyway.
Because I like you.
Oh.
Like a certain someone said about me.
Then we started to write love letters to each other over time.
Oh yeah.
As well as Gmail chats.
So we was doing both snail mail and email.
Or Gmail.
Gmail, email. Yep. Yeah, we got all these letters here in the book as well. It was, wrote all kind of stuff back and forth to each other there.
Yeah.
So even put a poem in one of the letters of "You Make Me Smile." That also could be a good song too.
Oh, you make me smile.
It's like, actually, to be honest, I think it was also a rap at one point.
Yeah.
It's like, I imagine it going like, "You make me smile every time I see your beautiful face. Oh, smiling at me. That's right for the picture." Yeah, yeah. There was a time when I was trying to be a rapper at one point back in high school. I even had songs like that. I had like songs written out to try to rap and stuff like that. And part of college too. Part of college, and so a lot of those raps I wrote are I made into poems.
Yeah.
So I got memory of them there, except for one that I probably wouldn't be able to publish this because of copyright stuff, but it was I still wish I could find this just for memory. It was a Wizard Kelly rap.
Yes.
Like, who is that millionaire? It's not R. Kelly, but it sure sounds close, y'all.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because I remember I think I wrote that in college, and I even rapped it to some of my friends up at college. There, it was like, man, that's tight, and I can't find that for the life of me.
I feel.
Yeah, that was a good rap too.
Yeah.
They even did the Wizard Kelly voice and everything. And even some of the other characters from Proud Family.
Oh yeah, all the voices.
Like Sugar Mama and that I'm sorry, but you cannot come in here. That guy.
All the Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonators.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, and amongst those emails, we had our first Valentine's Day together.
And this is our first Valentine's Day photo.
Yeah. Back when I had hair.
Our first Valentine's Day photo.
Yeah, and now I'm bald. I'm like Beast Boy from Teen Titans after the 20 years in the future. Dude, that is so unfair. He looked up at Nightwing's hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except I'm completely bald. He had a bald spot though.
Oh. I know you felt bad.
Well, that's why I just shaved it all off so it could just be all even there. So, yeah, when it got to that point.
As for my case, I'm just growing it longer.
Well, of course, I know you.
Yes. I'm trying to make it past shoulder length.
Yep, and there was a lot of when we be talking, we be trying to get that relation started and stuff like that. It was kind of a back and forth.
Yeah.
Uncertainties. It was a pretty big phase of uncertainties there. So, yeah, this was the relationship you see us in now. This took a while to get here.
Yeah.
This wasn't overnight. It wasn't a Disney movie.
Uncertainties as well as setbacks.
Yeah. So we went through some, and even after getting married, there was some little patches and stuff like that. Because first time being married, had to get used to that there. So yeah, like I say, just letting y'all know, any of y'all watching this about to go into a future relation with somebody, say, my fella's about to have, your girlfriend, or you got your girlfriend, you think about marrying her and stuff like that, or vice versa. Just letting y'all know, yeah, it's gonna be some good and bad, just like Jimmy Fox said in this song. But like I say, if y'all can stick through it there with the help of the good Lord, pray when you go, pray what you're going, pray about what pray over your relation and everything. Make sure you have a good godly relationship, and as they say, He will see you through. Yeah. And of course, we had our first date. I thought I had a date on there, but okay. Oh yeah. Oh wait. I think it was like in March or something. March of 2007. I think we had our first date.
I guess so.
Yeah, it was. We had went to see. Are we
Are we
done?
done yet?
Yeah, when it came out in the theaters, there the sequel to Are We There Yet with Ice Cube. I could fix that. And
And I remember he also gave me flowers at the time.
oh yes, yep. So, and I think and it was a big surprise because for a while, you know, it was like she was kind of skeptic about what her folks would think and stuff like that. And the first time I called down there, like to call down there, like actually spoke, her grandma picked up the phone, and when she got word of, oh, you taking her? Oh, yeah. It was like, well, okay, well, see, the address is right here. Her grandma got excited there. It's like, okay, well, we'll see. It's like, well, we'll see you then, Gary.
Yeah.
For this period of time, my name was Gary.
Yeah.
It kind of, you know, I know one reason that I found that kind of humorous there, because ironically I had a friend of mine that I worked with at Kroger with that same name.
Yeah.
And
Very.
yeah, so it made me, yeah, it's like, hey, buddy, I'm you. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll be you then. So, I guess we switch places. Yeah, it was yeah, that was a yeah, it was kind of nervous at first, but then you know it turned out really good. They took out for lunch, did the movie and everything.
Yeah.
It was
And then we had dinner.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So yeah, and
We also took some photos in the photo booth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at the mall there. Yeah. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, turned out really well there. And more Gmail chats, even
Of what our future house would be like.
I actually did that in a program called Kid Pics. I don't know if any of y'all remember Kid Pics, then that means you're possibly maybe I'm just assuming you're possibly in your 30s or 40s.
And we noticed in the picture we have red and pink cars. You had the red one, I had a pink car.
They had a lot of stamps and stuff like that around to decorate there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know that's the expectation.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get my first car until I was 35.
Yep. And then of course, like we mentioned before, she did event. Then there was the whole uncertainty about accepting Christ and everything. Excuse me. And let's see. What's that? Okay, I thought that said something else. But yeah, uncertainty about accepting Christ. But as after a chat with my mom, kind of like what they say, the emperor's advisor, kind of like my advisor, to get the right approach on the situation. Fine, they praise God we came around there, because I say, God was looking out for us there.
Yeah.
Yeah, through his son Jesus there. So, he said, I got you, Gabe. Don't worry. Give us some time. I got you. It's like you told David.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know you said how you felt about being baptized there.
Yeah. Well, I started accepting Christ back in 2007. Let's just say I was the only person who was wearing white because I was the only person who was being baptized. So I was just outside with the congregation doing devotion, even though deep down inside I just want to stay in there I just want to stay in that room until that time I'd be baptized. I felt a little uncomfortable on the inside. I admit to that.
Like you say, the first time and everything.
Yeah, and I told my family about it. They are okay with the idea, but they weren't able to come.
And I know, yep. And like I said, I know I got baptized when I was like 5 there.
Yes.
Real young, but you know what? But there's an old saying: you're never too young or old to accept Christ. There, I mean that's when you accept Him, regardless of what your age is. You know.
And I remember my mom hasn't been baptized until she reached her 50s.
Oh yeah, because shortly after we went to her baptism there.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, that's like I say, if you, yeah, it don't matter. Just say if you choose to accept Christ, hallelujah, praise the Lord.
And I know I was baptized at age 20, so it's the beginning of a new age, more like a beginning of a decade.
Yep.
20.
Oh yeah. Over at Furbear with good old Pastor Armington there. Yep. And let's just say when I saw her emerge from the water of the baptism pool, that was when it came to me. That's when I thought to myself, I'm gonna ask her to marry me. And yep, I did. So surprisingly, I went over to a place called Songs that was right next to the Kroger I worked at back then. I was going to use, it was a zirconium ring, a cubic zirconium ring. It's a good looking ring, but it's not, but it's kind of what they call the imitation diamond there. But I was going to just use that for the, since it was an engagement ring, that was what my mind was thinking at that point. So I made the proposal at the first proposal at the Boulder City Mall, and went to this spot. I said, Christina Lee Calloway, will you marry me?
And in my mind, I thought it was a joke. Did I just say no? I wasn't ready.
At that point, yeah, what was that summer? That was in the summertime. Yeah, no, summer of the same of 2000, right after the baptism, shortly.
Yeah. I just wasn't ready for an engagement or marriage just yet.
Mm-hmm. But much later though, we built up to another opportunity. This program called The Perfect Melody that we went to. It was on that. With all sincerity, she said to me, "I think I'll keep you," and gave me a very passionate kiss. Yeah. Like that. And I was gonna do. So yeah, I was gonna try again. I was gonna do a little different this time. Just say, go to Comey. I was gonna actually get an official ring.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's us at The Perfect Melody there. And I gotta tell you, when I went to propose to, I felt like Tobey Maguire from Spider-Man 3 when he went to propose to Mary Jane.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna ask him, Jane, to marry me. Yeah, and Aunt May gave him that ring to use there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had a couple of other letters that we wrote to one another.
And I remember he proposed to me on the day before Valentine's Day.
Yes! Oh yeah, right there. Yep, and that was when she said yes. And announced it at Bible study when we got there that night.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, all thanks I give to God because Tina is mine and I am hers. Yeah. This little princess says she's gonna marry me.
Yeah.
Like the guy said in that Tyler Perry movie. Yeah. And you said the day before Valentine's Day, so yep, we spent the Valentine's together.
Yes, with that photo. And I know this photo was professionally done.
Mm-hmm. First day engaged. Oh yeah, that was a big dog I got for her too.
A big stuffed dog.
And if you notice real closely in this picture, made. I don't know if you noticed in any other pictures, but that's when I had my legendary mythical dreadlocks.
Yeah.
I say mythical because anybody, people that didn't know me like between 2007 to 2010,
Yeah.
anyone who didn't know me back then, they especially like at Kroger, they think that. I thought that sound was off. Okay. Yeah. So they think that my dreadlocks are a myth.
What?
That's what I say. If they didn't know me when I had them, I had them from 2007 to Christmas of Thanksgiving of '09, and I got them cut right before that Christmas because they were kind of getting a little expensive. But I grew them pretty long though, and it was like I say. I mean, for a while, it was kept up, but I didn't really, outside of the place I was getting them done at, I didn't really, I wasn't really that good with keeping up with them there myself, though. Yeah, I was constantly having to go back there every 2 weeks to get them redone, stuff like that. Yeah, but yeah, if you were to, but like I say, some people would say, Gabe with dreadlocks, that's a myth.
If you still had dreadlocks today, you might have really long hair.
Probably so.
Have shoulder length. If you still had them today.
Yeah, they got to like down here before they got cut there.
Yeah. I wouldn't go for dreadlocks myself because it would be hard for me to untangle them.
Yeah, that was the other thing too. Like I say, but for those 2 years, yeah, it was pretty cool there.
As well as harder to wash the scalp too. The scalp part.
Yeah, that's why she got braids at sometimes. And
yeah,
a little bit easier with the braids there.
Yeah.
Yep. And then of course had some poems written in the book, like you say. You make me smile, gorgeous little mermaid ballerina princess.
Yeah, I came up with that name because it was adorable.
Oh yeah. And also, she had, which explains, when she took Bubble Girl and made her Bubbleina.
Yeah.
And even a little short story in here, Basic Romantic Dream.
A basic romantic daydream.
Daydreams. Yeah, that actually came from one of my journal entries back in high school, but I sort of rewrote it a little bit to fit me and Christina.
Yeah.
And let's see, as for that mermaid, yeah.
This is me in a mermaid costume, posing near the lake.
Yep. So now y'all have evidence that she's a mermaid. But like, you have evidence she's a mermaid, but don't do like Splash and end up having scientists come over to the south.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't need all that now. So, yeah, I've had another letter and a message of nostalgic romance there in here. I think there was even one that Christina wrote, "The Man of Her Life."
The man of my life.
Man, yep.
It's mainly of how I met you. Almost like a summary of a life story.
Oh, like a little, like in a nutshell, kind of.
Yes.
And then of course our first concert, New Kids on the Block.
Yeah, and I spent money and I paid for the tickets. Well, both of our tickets because I had a job back then at the Shreveport Convention Center.
She really wanted to see the New Kids on the Block there.
Yeah, and they were in Bossier at the time, Bossier City.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was that was the first. I want to say that was also the first concert I think I went to as well.
Yeah. It may have been both of our first concerts.
Yep. Only one thing. It was a great concert to see them perform and stuff like that. I wish they had Neo with them for that single song.
Not only that, but a whole lot of people because there was a whole lot of empty seats, but like more than a handful showed up because I think at the time it was like on a weekday. instead of a weekend. The concert.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it was. I think it was a Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And that's the picture. It's a little selfie we took. Yeah.
But the crowd was still excited.
Oh yes, yes they were. They were ready to see the NKOTB.
And they are still making music today.
And there's even a little writing I put in here of how Tina saved the day. A bad moment doesn't have to be a bad day. Long story short, it was my birthday, my 21st birthday, 2009, March 31st. And I had to work on my birthday. You know, a lot of us probably hate when we have to work on our birthday. And it seemed like just stuff was just falling on me there, both metaphorically and some literal.
Oh.
Like stuff was just going wrong. And it seemed like every time, like I did my best to get things done as fast as I could. And both the store manager and my produce manager was on my case and stuff like that about the mess up. They never witnessed how this stuff was happening, but they did. But what they saw,
Yeah.
to what according to what they were seeing, to them it appeared like I was goofing around.
Oh.
Yeah. Until they eventually found out that, oh yeah, it's kind of rough. But and I felt I got off work, I felt real terrible. Tried to clear my mind, you know, and next thing you know, that's when I decided then but then I realized, you know, just because it was bad at work, that was the bad moment. I didn't have to let the rest of the day be like that. So called Tina here, and we went out to the park and had us a good time. Right, and we had us a good time, and then went to Bible study after that. Yeah. So, yeah, that's why I say I don't ever say a bad day. I say a bad moment.
I know a bad day would only happen if it's like 24 hours straight.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like, the only cure is just sleep it off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But we went and played it off, though. And, of course, there's a small chapter explaining how you made Bubble Girl and the Bubbleina. Kind of a little brief moment there. The music videos I made in 2010, because 2010 was the music video era on YouTube. On my I think it's the Mega Gabe or something like
Prince Gabe or
Prince.
He
I
might
think
have been Prince Gabe.
Yeah, my very first YouTube channel and everything. So yeah, we made different music videos together.
Back in the day, you're allowed to you're allowed to upload everything on YouTube without limits and regulations.
Pretty much, for the most part, yeah. Yeah. And
Nowadays they have regulations.
oh yeah. Yep. And then there's also a moment you wrote in here about your
My surgery.
Yeah.
It's mainly my surgery to get a ganglion cyst on my left wrist removed because it's been bothering me inside and out. That I just wanted surgically removed, that way I don't have to deal with it again. And let's just say it took most of my whole savings, the money I saved up for, in order to get the surgery. I did have health insurance, don't get me wrong, but I had to pay like a $1,000 deductible.
Wow.
So that's like my entire savings to go for the surgery.
Yeah.
And I admit it was a scary experience for me.
Sort of, and the way she described how she felt with that, you know, how you felt with that, sort of reminds me of back when I was 13 and had a surgery in, as people will say, the no shine place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all can
where the
figure
sun
that out.
don't shine.
Right, y'all can figure that out. But yeah, it was that was no picnic.
Ooh.
Cause there was a point where they had finished the surgery, but like stuff they had to knock you out with.
Yeah, the anesthetic.
Right, it wore off before I think it could completely heal and stuff before they were finished, and I woke up screaming from the pain and stuff, clinging to my mom and granny there
Yeah.
until they had to, pretty much do like they did Thor in the first movie.
Knock him out.
Ooh, yeah. Except I wasn't saying, "How dare you hold me, you mortal!" No, I was just crying.
Luckily, most of my family was there before the surgery just for support, and Gabe showed up after I woke up from the surgery.
Yeah, I was trying to get there before it was over, but work there. But I did. As soon as I got out of work, that's why I headed straight over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just in time because she was hungry too.
Yeah.
I remember your grandma saying, "Hey, make sure she gets something to eat, Gary." It's okay. Yeah, don't worry, Gary. Gary will get us something to eat.
And I was in a cast for a period of time, but I don't know for how long. But it was like several weeks that I had a cast.
And I kind of tried to cheer her up about it by calling it her battle arm,
Yeah.
sort of like to make it sound cool.
Yeah. I still have that scar on my left wrist. Indicate that I still have that scar.
Oh yeah, that little battle scar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's from the surgery. Yes, right there. The incision.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it was quite a.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's say. And then of course, got a few other writings that we put in here, like "Love Is" from both of us.
Yeah.
He was a little
Picture sticker.
Uh-huh.
I admit I got this from a website.
Oh yeah.
It's a website called Boloff, which is a gift shop for couples, like gifts for couples.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They might still be in business.
You never know.
Yeah.
And then of course we were trying to find our castle, metaphorically speaking, where we were gonna live after we got married. Yeah. Sort of like apartments and stuff like that. There was different kinds of places we went to.
Yeah.
It was even some places downtown we went to.
Yeah.
But eventually we ended up getting this house here. Thanks to my mom and dad there. Because they had moved into a new house. And it's like, "Hey Gabe, here's a house for you there."
I wonder originally they don't know what to do with the house.
Yeah, and then because they saw we were trying to look for a place there.
Yeah.
And sort of even the same and just in the same way they like, "Yeah, Gabe, you can, have this out, just make sure you pay your utilities and all that." Same thing happened with my boy EJ the Supreme.
Oh yeah.
That's what his mom and dad moved to a new house and left him with their old house there.
Huh.
Yeah, so that's his mom and dad's old house where he's at now.
And it's ironic.
We both got the same thing.
Except EJ is still single and he just lives with his dog.
Yep. But you never know when he'll find that special someone. She's out there somewhere.
If it weren't for his parents moving to a new place in order to give us the house we are in right now, we don't know where we end up after this towards living quarters.
Well, that's the good Lord looking out for us, working through family there.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking out just like he looked out for so many people there, like good old my boy David,
At least we didn't end up in the streets.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, God wasn't gonna let that happen there.
Yeah.
that was gonna be a way. We just didn't know what. Like it's, like when I heard somebody say on TikTok, God will provide for you, but sometimes He ain't gonna always tell you the process.
Hmm.
But all you need to know is that, hey, I got you. Pray for it. I got this.
Yeah.
It's like, but how are you gonna do that? Don't worry about how I'm gonna do it. I got this.
Hmm.
It's like you just Hakuna Matata.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was also wrote about our time in the nursery and everything.
The church nursery.
Back at first.
When we volunteered.
Mm-hmm. Say it's real good times in there. Even more reason why I definitely want us to have our first kid and everything, because it's real special with the kids in there.
Yeah.
Like y'all saw in the short I released about little Camille there and how and how she's grown up now.
Yeah. I know they're all teenagers, the kids we dealt with.
Mm-hmm.
They're all teenagers now.
Yep. This is yep. It's the main. We had more. There was some more kids than this, but these were the main three that were there most of the time. There, say little Erica, Nisha, and Camille. There, so like the Powerpuff Girls.
Yes. And I remember I had a certificate in child development. It wasn't a degree.
But it did give us a little help there as far as notification for that. Running the nursery there. And then of course the big day came. We got the house set up, got some expectations for our future. I do.
and I think December the 2nd, the day before marriage, was the last time I was living with my folks.
Both. Well, in my case, the last day was in August because they moved out into their new house. So I was by myself in this house from August to wedding day.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna be honest. Like you say, ooh, you got your own place. I bet that's cool, Gabe. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Being on my own, stuff like that. Except when it got to except nighttime.
Well, you were happy being the bachelor for a while?
Well, look, technically we were engaged, but yeah, just being by myself. But yeah, I was. But I tell you what, I was definitely glad to finally get you in the house with me.
Because it's hard for you to sleep at night alone.
Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure if any of y'all have had that before, like you try to go to sleep, and all of a sudden, like, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep. What was that?
Don't get me started if it was a stormy night.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure some of y'all watching have probably went to bed by yourself. You went to bed with the TV on. So, yeah, I ain't the only one. So, yeah, until she came in, yeah. Then I felt a lot better. It was kind of Christina was like my security. Like kids have security blankets there that they have.
Yeah.
He was kind of like he was like a major security to me.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I felt a lot better with you. Yep, and to say, he got the wedding. The wedding was real good and everything. Real right there at First Baptist and everything. One of my uncles, they
officiate,
yeah.
Officiate the wedding.
Officiated, yeah.
Yeah.
Had one of my cousins as the best man. There was a little joke that my uncle said before we walked into church. We heard somebody crying. And and me and my cousin were like, what's that crying? And my uncle told us that we need to go on and get this wedding done because that's the girl that didn't. That girl is crying. That's the one that didn't get a chance to get to Gabe. Well, I put it this way: if I know he was joking there, but if that was the case, he said one. At least it ain't like what happened to Shemp and the Three Stooges when he was about to get married.
Yeah.
Join hands, you lovebirds. And all those ladies came in because they wanted that money he was about to get.
Yeah.
Yeah. Must be the money. But we didn't have. But at least we didn't have that problem that shit bad though. Yeah,
No.
yeah. So yeah, it was all good with us there.
I remember Gabriel stated that our relationship is earned.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it was. Yeah, 'cause it wasn't like we just met and just overnight or something like that. Um, but yeah, it definitely was because you played hard to get, and yeah, you definitely had to earn pretty much like a story arc.
Yes.
Yeah, I even and the wedding vow song I sang was "The Day I Married My Angel" from Jamie Foxx. Um, that he sung at his wedding to Fancy in the last episode of Jamie Foxx show,
Yes.
which was very touching and everybody there. Yeah, and yeah, it was a really big turnout too. There, so I ain't gonna lie there, and they had a reception over at Golden Corral.
Oh yeah.
Say with a really big chocolate wedding cake there.
And I know there were a lot of customers were amazed at my wedding dress.
Like, yeah, and I ended the book about my California queen. Oh yeah, you can tell by that look on her face in the picture. They're like, yeah, come to me, Gabe. She got that. Come here, boy.
I admit the first year was the roughest. Well, on my end, that I thought about just giving up the marriage just after a year. But as time goes off, as time goes on, we do admit that there will be some ups and downs in life, but we all have to just pull through.
Yep, that's the same. Any of y'all, that's first time marriage. Coming up to being married. Just know, it's not always going to be easy, but like I say, the thing is, you got to, like I say, pray. You got that's why it's so important to keep God in your relation. Like I say, through His Son Jesus, you can get through. So that's what my uncle said about like the ring here.
Yeah.
It's like a circle. It's complete. That's how you're. That's how relate. That's how it should be with a husband and wife. Complete.
Yeah, circle.
Nothing breaks that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like I say, yeah, even ups and downs, but that's the thing. Y'all got with the help of the Lord, it is all things are possible. You can get through that there. I mean. Alright, like I say, just like you say, you had thoughts of wanting to get out. It was sometime I had the thoughts too there. I think even leading up before we got to the altar, there was some doubts I had sometime, but
Yeah.
like you say, one like one of the ministers at my church say, think twice, then think again. Sometimes think one more time.
Yeah.
Then I was like, no. I'm not gonna give up on this. Or like they said, like they do in Yu-Gi-Oh. Things be getting hard in their battles and stuff. Like I've tried all my best moves and none of them work. Don't you dare give up. Like you can win this. Yeah, that's right. The people are counting on me. And I'm not about to let my opponent beat me. So in this case, yeah, I wasn't about to give her up there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We were gonna get through this there, and look what we are now.
They all say time is of the essence, as well as time heals all wounds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like you say, as Jordan Sparks say, it's a battlefield sometimes, but like you say, we love each other. In the grace of God, we persevere. Say that's it's a thing. That's basically the thing about it.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, and now we are the couple we are here about to enjoy another Christmas.
And let's just say we've been together for 13 years now.
Ever since 2011. Yeah.
Yes.
As Medea say, it's a long time. It's a long time. Yeah. So, as I say, and like I say, all we've been through, I I don't have any regrets of that. I love you, baby.
I love you too.
Yeah.
And at the moment, we're just working on starting a new chapter in our lives.
Oh yeah. Probably can guess what that is, but
Yes.
you'll find out.
You'll find out in the future.
Yeah.
We can't tell you when, but
Like Gerald
only
said, no
time will tell.
spoilers.
Like only time will tell.
Yep. So, guess that about wraps it up there, huh?
Yeah. Well, since it's December, all I can say is, all I want for Christmas is just you and you only.
And same here there.
Yes.
Yep, that's how it be. But
Yeah.
knowing me, I might possibly do a little something. That's just how I be. Like if I'm in a position where I can do it, yeah, I give this something. That's just part of how I am. And I know she'd say, well, I'm not gonna ask you of anything, but that like I said, that's just because I've grown up getting gifts from people as a kid, been spoiled so much, and now as an adult, I'm like it's that feeling like okay, I like getting gifts. Don't get me wrong, I still like getting gifts, but let me give some gifts.
I know.
That's just how I feel about it.
You was about to say is, I know it's okay to have materialistic things, but we are waiting for our one true gift that we don't receive from this earth. We will receive it when our time is up.
Oh, okay.
The eternal gift.
Ah,
but we won't
the
get
big
it.
gift.
Yeah, but we won't get it on this earth. We will get it until our time has passed.
The big finale.
Yeah, our end time.
Yep. So.
The eternal gift.
So yeah, like I say, so while we're here on this earth, we enjoy the stuff here. Enjoy the stuff until we get to that big finale,
Yeah, the eternal gift.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So.
We won't tell you, but you'll just figure it out.
So with all that said and done, yeah, I guess we can kind of wrap this up. Yeah, I hope definitely like what y'all heard and everything. Definitely like, share, and subscribe. Buy available books. Hit us up on that Patreon, just like your boy RJ the Supreme, Big Sis Casey, and the Iceman Universe. Also, definitely check us out on Discord and Facebook. Kind of hang out. Let us know what your Christmas is like and everything and other stuff. Hey, what's up, Gabe? How you doing? and hey, Christina. like one of the youth back at our old church was say when he was a little teenager. Hey, Christina.
Oh, nerd.
So I like that student teacher thing. Like when you're in school and you see that teacher look real cute.
Yeah.
But of course, the teacher knows better though. We as the student don't, but the teacher knows better.
Yeah.
And also sell some stuff so we can sell each other some stuff on that McCary app. And nothing else to say other than that. Merry Christmas, everybody. Hope y'all have a good one. Live your life to the fullest, and have a happy new year. And we'll see y'all later.
Bye, everyone, and Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Peace. Joy to the world.
Yes.